So this question is by far the hardest question on this in this section. So we've got a complex situation. We have two things happening simultaneously, and we have to set equations equal to each other to solve the problem. All right, so let's walk ourselves through this. So we've got a circus act who rebounds upwards from the surface of a trampoline. So let's sketch a picture. So we've got the, this is a trampoline. All right, let me see if I can get it better. This guy has no arms. Okay, you've got a trampoline, and he left the trampoline at 7.2 meters per second. You probably have a different number. Same idea, though. And you've got another acrobat up here at a distance of 9 meters, and they're going to drop a ball. And the question ultimately is the time before he catches the ball. So he's going to be going up at 7.2. The ball's dropping, and they're going to meet at some point, maybe here, and we want to figure that out. Now, the trick on this is to figure out how we're going to play with the heights. All right, so we have to sort of talk about two y's. There's the y of the ball, okay, and there's the y of the acrobat. Does that make sense? So I'm saying YA and YB. So how high is the ball when it gets to here, and how high is the acrobat? They're going to make, and YA, but let's maybe draw it this way. Let's say, I don't know the answer, we'll have to figure that out. Let's say it's here, just they're not equidistant. The ball falls short, and then the dude rises further. I don't know what the right answer is. But we want to find out how far the YB is fall. So if we set this as our 0 point and this as 9, right? Then he's going to go YA distance. But YB, what height will he be at? YB equals 9 minus YA. Does that make sense? Because he's going to go, if this is going to go YA, YB is going to be at what height? It's going to be at height 9 minus YA. So that's super important to understand this, because each of these have a different, we're going to set these equal to each other. So we're going to write two equations and solve for y. And we're going to use, if you will, the key equation is the sort of the master equation, equation 1. We can see y equals y initial plus v initial yt plus 1/2 at squared, and a, of course, is g. And so what we're going to do is we know the, but we have to write this equation 2 times. So let's do YA. So this is for just the acrobat. So let's just do the acrobat. His initial y is 0, right, because he's starting at point 0, right, plus his initial velocity, we know that is 7.2. 7.2 times time. We're going to solve for time. Got it? Plus 1/2 times 9.8, actually negative 9.8 times t squared. So this is equal to YA. Got it? And then YB, what's YB? But remember, YB is 9 minus YA. Well, let's write it this way. YB is equal to, what's his initial height? 9, though, right? He's starting at 9 plus, and now there is no velocity being, this is just 0 times t because he's falling at 0, plus 1/2 times negative 9.8 times t squared. So we want to set, we want to have the right height. So we're now going to substitute in, if you think about this for a moment, we're going to substitute in for YB 9 minus YA, 9 minus YA, because that's where they're going to meet. When they both reach a height of A, not of Y sub A, then what we'll do is, so this equals to just 9, I'll just say minus 4.9 t squared, right? Just simplify that. So when I set this equation equal to this equation, I can solve the problem. So, all right, does that make sense? Oh, wait, hold on. we have to say, yeah, so when this, hold on. We want to simplify this. Hold on. When this height will be the same. When these two equations are true at the same time, we have two equations, and we only have one unknown. No, we have two unknowns, y and 4.9. So now you have two equations, equation 1 and equation 2, or whatever, I guess 1 and 2, doesn't matter. Then what you can do is you're going to have to, then this is just equal to ya. If you have two equations and two unknowns, you use some mad algebra skills and you solve the problem. Let me give you a hint. It turns out when you get these problems, the 9.8 or negative 4.9, these two terms will be the same and they're going to cancel off, and it's going to make your life a lot easier. Anyways, this is complex, but this is the this is the way. Oh, we'll see you in class.